With Injustice 3 being rumoured to start developing soon, and also Injustice 2 being nearly 10 years old, I thought I'd make a wish list of some DC characters that we'd all love to see in this new game. Now, I'm not going to be mentioning characters that have already been in a Injustice game, whether that be in the second one or Gods Among Us. I won't be mentioning them. And of course I'm not going to be mentioning like the main characters, Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman. I'm not going to be mentioning those in this video. So yeah, in this video I'm only going to be talking about some characters that I know me and many other fans would love to see within this new DC game. But before we do get into it though, please make sure to like the video and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know some DC characters that you'd also love to see within the new game. And yeah, and enough yapping, let's get into it. Okay cool, I've got 10 characters here that I don't think have been in the previous Injustice games, and also I am very familiar with the Injustice storyline, and some of these characters won't really make sense within the Injustice storyline. However, I'm pretty sure a lot of us mainly play Injustice just to fight each other with our favourite superheroes and DC characters. So yeah, whether it's an Injustice 3 or a new DC fighting game, I'd love to see these characters in action in any of those games. Now with that out of the way, let's begin. And these aren't in any order, but yeah. So starting off with a character that I'd love to see within an Injustice 3 or a DC fighting game, and that is Clarion the Witch Boy. Now, a lot of characters I will be mentioning in this video, I have mentioned in a different video where I wanted some DC characters in the new DCU. So check that video out if you haven't seen it, and in that video I did describe a lot of these characters that I'm going to be mentioning, so yeah. But yeah, Clarion the Witch Boy, I think would be so cool to see in a fighting game. Like imagine all the combos and skills and abilities you'd be able to pull off with his like magic powers. That would be insane. And also imagine his demonic cat also being part of those combos. Oh my days, that would actually be so cool. And in my opinion, Clarion is such an underrated character, and if he was in a game like Injustice, I feel like a lot of people would also like his character too. So yeah. Next up, I have got Mr. Terrific. Now, with the new Superman really increasing his popularity, I do think Mr. Terrific would actually be in a Injustice 3 if it's ever made. And rightly so, he's such a cool character and arguably one of the smartest in all of DC. And with his T-spheres, bro, I can just imagine the combos and the fighting that he'd be able to do, I won't lie. It would genuinely be so cool, I can't lie. And imagine his ultimate being similar to the fighting scene that he did in Superman. Oh my days. But yeah. I would be interested to see though, would his character be sitting in the chair or would he be a walking character? Next up on the list, I have got Plastic Man. Now, Plastic Man, I feel like it's such an underrated character in the whole of DC, and he'd be so cool to use in a fighting game. Like imagine the range attacks that he'd pull off, bro. And imagine the combos, his abilities. He could probably turn into a car and drive into them, or he can transform himself into like a big ball and just throw himself at people, bro. I feel like the combos of Plastic Man would be endless. And especially the dialogue. Imagine when 1v1ing someone, the dialogue he'd have for the other person. That would be genuinely amazing to see, I can't lie. So yeah, and I feel like it was pretty much expected, because I know a lot of people would love to see Plastic Man in an Injustice game, so yeah. Next up, I have got Beast Boy. Now, this is another character people would love to see in a DC fighting game. Bro, imagine the combos. He could turn into a gorilla, a lion, a cheetah. Like, bro, oh my days. If he was ever added into the game, he would probably be the most fun character. Let's not lie here. And imagine his ultimate. He just transforms into different animals just biting the other person. That would be so cool, I won't lie. And I feel like his little like witty comments or his dialogue in the intros would also be pretty funny, I won't lie. So yeah, I can't lie, Beast Boy is definitely a must. Next up, I have got Aqualad from Young Justice. And I mainly know Aqualad from Young Justice, and I'm pretty sure most other people do as well. And bro, his water construct abilities are so cool. Imagine his heavy attacks, he just creates these big axes and hammers, and his light attacks being like smaller swords or whatever. Like, I feel like his combos would look so cool to see. Like visually, he'd be one of the coolest characters in a fight, I can't lie. And imagine like the splash noises it makes. That would be so cool. And his ultimate would also be amazing, because I know Aquamans are pretty cool within the Injustice games, but imagine Aqualad's. Bro, can't lie, I just really want an Injustice game. So yeah, Aqualad we definitely need. Next up, I've got a random pick here, and I think he'd be really cool to use, and I've got Amazo. Now, I haven't seen many people mention they want Amazo in the game, but I think he'd actually be so interesting to see in Injustice. Imagine his ultimate being to copy his opponent's abilities. For example, if he was against the Flash, he would have super speed as his ultimate. Imagine he was versus Superman, he'd have all of that, like, bro. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Amazo's powers, he's basically an android who can literally mimic and copy his opponent's superpowers, which I think is pretty cool. So imagine his ultimate finishes. He'd literally grab everyone's superpower and use it on them, or, like, I don't know, it'd just be so cool. If they ever add Amazo, I want to know how creative they're going to be, but yeah. Next up, I've got another character from Young Justice. Now, this is the third character I feel like I added from Young Justice, Clarion Aqualad. I have now got Miss Martian. Now, I know Martian Manhunter was in the first game, but I feel like Miss Martian, from what I've seen from Young Justice, she is so cool and so powerful as well. Imagine her telepathic abilities when fighting someone. Bro, she'd probably be like standing there and the other person would just be hitting themselves in the face. Like, bro, I feel like you could do so much cool, creative fight sequences with telepathy. But yeah. And her ultimate, imagine she just turns back into her white Martian form. Bro, she'd genuinely be so OP and fun to use in Injustice, I can't lie. So yeah. Next up, I have got Peacemaker. Now, I know Peacemaker, the show, amazing, top tier. If you haven't seen it, I would genuinely recommend you to watch it. But Peacemaker, imagine the dialogue he would have for each character. Oh my days. It'd genuinely be hilarious. Him mocking people like Batman, or him insulting Robin or Superman, or just him insulting everyone. It'd genuinely be too funny, I won't lie. I can't lie, that's mainly the reason I'd want to have Peacemaker in, but I can't lie, him fighting would also be pretty cool to see as well. I've got two more characters, and the second to last one here I've got is Ragman. Now, I mentioned him in my previous DCU video, and I mentioned in that video that I mainly know Ragman from the Arrow TV show, and I won't lie, I feel like most other people did as well, but yeah. With his rags and his range attacks, imagine the possibilities, bro. He literally wrap around opponents, drag them, pull them in, like, it'd be so cool, and so fun, I won't lie. And I feel like they could do a really good job here if they're creative, with his, Ragman, design. Like, he could have a really cool suit if they do it right, but yeah. And also, the voice acting, if they do add Ragman, it needs to be on point. I need to hear that, scary, deep tone type of voice, but yeah. And finally, I have got John Constantine. Now, I did mention a magic user before, which is Clarion, and I was surprised they actually haven't added John Constantine in the game. I feel like with his powers, it'd be so cool. I know we've had people like Raven and Dr. Fate, but John Constantine is literally one of the most known magic users within DC. So yeah. And imagine his ultimate literally casting you to hell, or casting you to somewhere else, or doing whatever. Like, it'd be so cool to see, I won't lie. But yeah. I can't lie, I just wanted to make this quick video on some characters that I think would be really cool to see in Injustice 3. And I know a lot of other people would also love to see them as well. So yeah. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also let me know some of your favourite DC characters that you wish was added to the game as well. But yeah, have yourselves a great day. See ya.